Okay, so part 1 of plotting and publishing the drawing, I was talking about how to plot a drawing by clicking over there. I talked about the pen assignments that are assigned to your drawing for different colors, and all you have to do is pick the right one associated with what company that you work for. We talked about the different paper sizes. Currently the size that we have is 36 by 24. If I had a different paper size, for example in here in the kitchen, and I did the plot, see, my paper size is a letter size. Now the scale is 1:1. I could preview my drawing, I could put it on landscape, I could select the plot area with the window, and in the end all I had to do was preview and right click and plot. Okay, obviously I have to select the printer that I want to plot it on. Okay, so I have this printer in my place, so I could do it on that if I wanted. This is just the 8.5 by 11 printer. I do not have a plotter here, so if I had a plotter it would show over here. I just click the plotter and plot my drawing to 36 by 24 or to whatever size that I have assigned. Now if I wanted to do a PDF of this drawing, I would click there and hit OK, and it would print the drawing as a PDF, which I just showed you in the previous video. Now you would need sometimes to convert it into PDF, because if you wanted to take this drawing into Photoshop and color it or render it or do something to it, make it a presentation drawing, then Photoshop doesn't accept an Autocad drawing. So only drawing that it accepts is a PDF. So you would have to convert this drawing into a PDF, then go to Photoshop and open that drawing, and you could do your coloring and rendering. So I would be covering how to render a drawing in Photoshop when I get to Photoshop. So now let's go on to the next topic. So next one in here is the batch plot. Now what the batch plot does is just instead of going and clicking each and every sheet in the plot, I would just go to the batch plot and assign 5 or 6 different or 100 different sheets, as well as it will even print all 3 of them in one command, rather than going over to the plot and picking this one by one and plotting the drawing. So batch plot could make my work more efficient, and all it needs is just a little organization of my files, and then I just print in one go. Especially if you are working in a big company, for example if it's an architecture firm and you're working on a hotel project. Now the whole file or the whole portfolio or the whole project might comprise of maybe 100 to 200 drawings. Now I wouldn't want to go and open every drawing and go to the plot. Better than that, I would go to my batch plot and in one click assign all those 100, 200 drawings, hit OK, and print it or plot it, and then I can come back the next day to see that all my drawings are stacked up and ready to go. Okay, so that's where you would use the batch plot. Now let's see how to use the batch plot. I just click on it. Now when I click on the batch plot, main thing is over here. I have to assign what sheet that I am plotting. Now I could currently select all of those and delete if I want it, right? But I'm gonna go add plus, and I'm going to pick a few drawings. I could have 200 drawings over here, just what I was talking about, right? So I'm going to click the first floor, and I'm going to select both of them together and hit select. Now you see what happened? It has the first floor drawing. In the first floor I have the first floor layout 1, which you see right there, first floor plan D size layout, which is the 36 by 24, first floor plan kitchen, which is this, which is 8.5 by 11, and then I assign a second drawing as well, which is my second floor, and my second floor just has one layout, which is the second floor D-size layout. Now that everything is already assigned, all I have to do, I could even save this sheet list with a particular name. So in case if I want to do the same plot again after maybe a week, I don't need to do this whole process again. All I got to do is open the file from here, select the file, and hit publish. Okay, it says number of copies, everything looks okay. It says publish to plotter name. This is where you would be selecting, the plotter. I could publish all of them to PDF if I wanted in one go, or a DWF, or obviously my plotter where I want to send my print to. Once everything is done, it's gonna print 1, 2, 3, and 4 drawings. I just hit publish. Now it's asking me to save to the current list of sheets right here. I can hit yes, and it will ask me for a location where I want to save it. So I'm just going to save it right there, and that's pretty much done. Now it is going to publish all these drawings onto the plotter, and it is going to have my drawings ready for me to pick up. So your printing or publishing job is processing in the background. Okay, so I'm just going to close it right now because obviously I don't have a plotter, so it might just plot it as a PDF. Okay, so I hope you understood how the batch plot works. A lot of times there is a chance that you might use batch plot, especially when you have a lot of drawings to be working with. Okay, so you don't want to go one by one into this and start opening a file and keep plotting and keep plotting. Okay, so you would use batch plot instead. Now the next one, we already saw, this is just a plot preview. Just click on it and hit OK, and it would preview the drawing for you. Okay, then we have the page setup manager where you can go click in, and remember we had all these 3 different layouts. I could select the layout and change the size of my sheet. Now this was the layout. I could go modify it, change the size to whatever I want. Maybe I could even fit to paper if I want it. I could go click the kitchen and then modify that, click the layout one and modify that, and stuff like that. Okay, so that's where you would go change the size of your sheet, which is this one. Okay, now then we have view details as to what are the plots going through. Is your plot working fine? See, my details didn't work. Errors, did not plot. Plotted with errors, it did not plot. Why? Because I don't have a plotter installed. Total number of sheets 6, but again, it's all errors. It's not gonna go through. But if you had a plotter, it would go fine. But if something goes wrong, you can always go click there and check the details as to what's going wrong. Now we also saw how to export the drawing. I could export it from here, or there's a shortcut where I could go click here and export it to a PDF, DWF, DWFX. Okay, then there's another part over here where you could export it to AutoCAD impressions. Now what that does is makes your drawing, it gives your drawing a little bit different type of a line weight, but for that you have to subscribe to Autodesk and install it. Okay, but I don't have it, I'm not installing it, but that's what it would do. It basically makes your drawing more sketchy. Okay, so that was pretty much all about that you needed to know in the plot menu, in the plot output tab, and you would be required to plot drawings. So you have to make the smart decision. You have to see if what the page size is before you plot. You have to make sure if it's set to landscape or portrait, you have to make sure how many copies you're printing. So you have to master this window over here and understand pretty much exactly what you need to do, because you really don't want to waste paper by sending in a plot and your plot doesn't come out to the right size. So if everything was fine and I plotted this drawing, this part of my drawing would print at a scale of 1:4. This part would print at half a scale. This part would print at 1 inch scale, and the whole drawing would print on a page size of 36 inches by 24 inches. And just to make sure I can use the scale and see physically once it's printed that my dimensions correspond with my scale. So that is extremely important. Once you plot your drawing, you have to take the physical drawing, put your scale onto the drawing, and see if your scales match to what you wanted it to be. Okay, again, this is your instructor or tutor Ali. I hope you are enjoying the videos. Please feel free to like and comment and share my videos with your friends. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Okay, thank you.